Hi. So I'm hoping that you're all there. I am here. It's good to see you and to be seen. Welcome to Yoga Unfolding. Be a nice, accessible, simple practice to bring us into the evening. So the only thing you'll need is a couple of either blankets or a couple towels would be useful. If you want a pillow to put under the head for our meditation, that might be nice, and a strap or a scarf will work, right? Either one. So finding yourself a comfortable place to do your practice on the floor that's nice and firm would be good. I don't know about you, but my sense of time feels a little, yes, restorative. Hi, Jacob. My sense of time is a little warped right now. And today was like the first day where I woke up feeling a little funky. I don't know, I've been doing okay with all of this so far, but today was just one of those days. And then in one of my meditation books that I read, I talked about purpose, but to me it felt more like about time. So anyway, I was going to share it with you. So this is one of my meditation books. It's Peace a Day at a Time, 365 Meditations for Wisdom and Serenity by Karen Casey. So March 31st, purpose. The future is made of the same stuff as the present. The moment is eternal. It is unending. When we move with the moment, we experience all that life can offer. Being fully awake to right now guarantees rapture even when there's pain, because we know we are evolving and that we thrill with that knowledge. We are one with all that's going on around us. Our existence is purposeful and part of the whole creation, and we can sense our purpose. Nothing is but now. And when we dwell on what was or what may be, we are cut off from life. The only reality is the present, and it's only in the present that we are invited to make our special contribution to life. Perhaps at this moment, our special contribution is to reach out to another person, an act that will change two lives, ours and theirs. We must cling to the present, or we'll miss its invitation to grow, to help a friend perhaps, or to be part of the only reality there is. The present holds all we need and all we'll ever need to fulfill our lives. It provides every opportunity for our happiness, the only happiness there is. So, I don't know, I had a little bit of, trouble being in the present today. Normally I don't, but today I did. And I know for me the yoga practice really helps, right? Coming into the breath, coming into the body, really helps me come into this moment. So hopefully we can do that together. All right. So go ahead and find a comfortable spot. We're going to start on our backs. I always say to set yourself up for success, and what I mean by that is to get comfortable. So laying down however it works for you. When I lay down, I usually almost always start with my knees bent. That just feels a little bit more comfortable. On the back, and so we'll kind of use the present as our theme this evening as we come into this practice. So tethering the mind to the breath, tethering the mind to the body is a very effective way of coming into the present. So if you can, you want to inhale through the nose and you want to exhale everything. And as you exhale, allow the body to sink into the earth. Again, inhale through the nose, bring it down into the belly, exhale everything. Nice, deep, even breathing. Continuing to do this. And just allowing the body to relax, right? Letting go of any of that grip, any of that discomfort, anything that just doesn't feel good. And let it go.
And as you sink into the earth, right, just beginning to feel your body let go. You feel that tension like practically roll out of the body. Next time you inhale, maybe bring it from the belly into the rib cage. Feeling the ribs expand against the earth, expand out away from center. And then on the exhale, feel everything kind of give in. Nice, deep, even breathing. Slowing it down. Next time you inhale, maybe bringing the breath from the belly through the rib cage into the upper chest. And sometimes it's nice to lay the fingertips on the collarbones and just feel the breath, like feel the body expand, feel it contract. Inhale, exhale. And maybe right here, we'll start to slow it down even more by allowing a pause at the bottom of the exhale. Just for a count or two, a heartbeat or two, pause, and then inhale. Exhale everything. Pause, and then inhale. And just continuing to do that. If those knees are bent, you might want to go ahead and just straighten the legs out. Coming fully onto the earth. Maybe beginning to notice the temperature of the breath in the nostrils. Is it a little cool? Is it at the front of the nostrils or at the back of the nostrils? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm starting to notice. Next time you inhale, follow the breath down the throat, into the lungs. And as you exhale, sink into the earth a little more, just letting go. And then scan your body for a moment, and if there's any grip anywhere, any tension anywhere, let it go. All right? Use the exhale to let it go, relaxing the face, the jaw, the skull. Take a moment to tune into the back of the neck. Make sure that's comfortable. The shoulders, all right? Let the shoulders get heavy. Shoulder blades soften. Buttocks is heavy. Legs. Feet, arms, and we'll start to open up the body a little bit. So go ahead and let's roll over onto the right side. Just gonna turn around this way so I can see you. We'll roll onto the right side of the body. Extend the right arm out, left arm on top. If this is not comfortable for the head, grab your blanket, your pillow, your towel, whatever, and go ahead and support your head. It feels kind of nice, all right? So knees are bent, and they're in front of the body, as if you're sitting in a chair. That's the shape we're looking for, all right? Fingers are stacked, knees are stacked. We're going to inhale the left arm up and over. We're going to follow with the head, and then exhale back together. We're going to do this a couple times really gently. And then we're going to start to extend the arm a little bit, really reaching towards the sky, reaching behind you. Reach back towards the sky as the hands come together on the exhale. Reach, reach, reach. Nice. Go ahead. Let's do 3 more times. Nice, beautiful. 2 more. Nice, beautiful. 3 more. Nice, beautiful. 4 more. Nice, beautiful. 5 more. Nice, beautiful. 6 more. Nice, beautiful. 7 more. Nice, beautiful. 8 more. Nice, beautiful. 9 more. Nice, beautiful. 10 more. Nice, beautiful. 11 more. Nice, beautiful. 12 more. Nice, beautiful. 13 more. Nice, beautiful. 14 more. Nice, beautiful. 15 more. Nice, beautiful. 16 more. Nice, beautiful. 17 more. Nice, beautiful. 18 more. Nice, beautiful. 19 more. Nice, beautiful. 20 more. Nice, beautiful. 21 more. Nice, beautiful. 22 more. Nice, beautiful. 23 more. Nice, beautiful. 24 more. Nice, beautiful. 25 more. Nice, beautiful. 26 more. Nice, beautiful. 27 more. Nice, beautiful. 28 more. Nice, beautiful. 29 more. Nice, beautiful. 30 more. Nice, beautiful Last time, up and over. And this time we're going to leave the left hand on the earth. We're going to bring the head into a comfortable position, whatever that means for you. So for me, it's going to be facing the sky. And we're just going to breathe. And we're going to sink in. And we're going to surrender here a little bit. Beginning to open up the chest. Deep breath. Surrendering into this moment, this time, this place. Couple more breaths. Nice. Go ahead and roll the palms down. Bring the feet to the mat through center. Scooch on over to the left side. All right, I'm going to roll over. All right, scooch on over to the left. Again, bending the knees. Left arm extends out. Right hand on top. Stack the knees, stack the fingertips, and lift the right arm up and over. Roll the head with the fingertips. Again, we're going to do it a couple times, nice and easy. Exhaling together. And then we're going to start to extend. Really reach, 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 reach. Nice. Exhale. Beautiful. 3 more times. Up and over. Reaching as we go. Really opening the chest. Opening the upper back. Notice the difference between this side and the other side. Nice. Lovely. Okay, last time as we come up and over, we're going to leave the right hand on the earth. We're going to bring the head back into a comfortable position, whatever that means, and we're going to breathe. So now we're surrendering the right arm into the earth. So I don't know about you, but like I already feel a little better, right? Just that deep breathing. Is that connection to the earth, right? In the present, here now. The only thing we have to do is some yoga. How fabulous is that? Nice. Roll those palms down. Go ahead and gently bring the feet to the mat, knees up to center. Scooch the body back towards the center of your mat. If it's okay, you might want to move that pillow out from under your head. Arms extended out to the side for a moment and just breathe. So breathing into the openness that that sequence may have created. We're trying to open the body. We're trying to allow the energy to flow. Nice. We'll bring the arms a little bit closer, palms down. All right, we'll walk the feet so that they're about hip distance apart. All right, about hip distance apart. We'll just do a little cat-cow here. All right, so we're going to round the back, pelvis tilts up slightly, arch the back, pelvis tilts away. So just nice and gentle, just opening up the spine a little bit. Extension and flexion, so breathing as you go. I inhale as I round, I exhale as I arch. Not attached to how you're breathing. If the other way is more comfortable for you, do that. Couple more times. Next time that back rounds, let's hold it here for a moment and just push down into the belly a little bit, just creating a little heat here. And we'll just hold this. Try to relax the upper body, the neck, the jaw. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release, allowing the back to come into a neutral position with the low back a little heavy. And breathe here. Now, take your blanket, your towel, whatever it is that you have, and we're going to create a little bit of height, all right? So we're just going to fold this up so that we create a little height, whatever works for you. If you have a block and you would prefer to use a block, go ahead and do that. We're going to do a supported bridge pose. I'm feeling like I want to be super gentle today, right now, so I'm going to use the blanket. And everyone should have a blanket or a towel, right? So, with the feet a comfortable distance apart, about hip distance apart, it's going to inhale the booty up, and we're just going to bring that little blanket down right underneath the tush. And we're just going to pause here for a moment and breathe. So, slight inversion, just a slight inversion. If you're on your block, obviously it's going to be a bigger inversion, and that's fine. You do whatever works for you. But let's all roll our shoulder blades together and down. So that's going to roll the shoulders out, palms are going to be up, and we're going to breathe here for a moment. If possible, especially in this pose, you don't want to turn your head towards the camera. I know that might be kind of hard, but try closing your eyes and listening, right? Just listen. Nice. Going inside, right? One of the advantages to doing a yoga practice without other people in the room is we really do get to go inside, right? We really do get to be in our bodies completely, hopefully without judgment. There's nobody else to worry about, right? So as you breathe here, imagine that your internal organs are just sliding away from the position that they're always in. Now, gently allow those shoulder blades to spread apart a little bit so that the upper portion of the back is flat on the earth. All right? Now, we're going to either bring our palms down onto the earth, or you're going to kind of grab onto that blanket or your block, and we're going to bring one leg and then the other up towards the sky. All right? Now, I like to have my legs slightly apart, right? Just about hip distance apart so that the legs can drop down into the leg socket. And we're just going to point and flex the feet. Pointing and flexing. Slowly, all right? Slowly, consciously, kindly, breathing into this. Lovely. And then very gently circling the ankles around in one direction. Again, slowly, consciously, kindly. Breathing into that. Nice. And then circle in the opposite direction. I like to spread my toes out a little bit when I'm doing this as well. It just feels kind of yummy. Breathing. Couple more times. Nice. Now stop circling, relax the feet, and breathe into this. And so breathing into that ability to change the flow of energy or affect the flow of energy in your body. Right? You've just pulled that energy all the way from the heart, right, up through the legs, into the ankles and the feet. So maybe taking a moment to acknowledge how awesome you are. All right, how incredibly engineered you are, how the design team did such a fabulous job, and then from here allow the legs to drop to opposite sides and just kind of hang out for a moment. So there's lots of ways we can do this, right? If this feels a little intense, you can bend the knees a little bit. I like to bring my hands inside my thighs and just let my arms create a little bit more weight. And I like to kind of rock a little bit towards my underarms, right? Just a tad. And then if I start to feel fatigue here, right, I will point and flex the feet. It just sort of gives you something to do to not focus on the fatigue. So breathing into that. Couple more breaths. You can also always take your hands underneath your legs and support them a little bit if they're feeling really heavy. Now, let's start to bend the knees, bringing the knees towards the shoulders. All right, knees towards the shoulders. We're going to come into a happy baby pose. So hands are going to come to the arch of the feet. Some of us are going to do that on the outside of the legs. Some are going to do it on the inside. Some are going to grab onto the ankles, the calves, the shins, whatever works. But just gently push those knees down towards the underarm, and maybe we rock a little bit here. So happy baby or dead bug pose if you prefer. And just breathing into that. Nice. Coming back to center, sink in for just a moment longer. Nice. Go ahead and bring the hands outside of the legs. Bring the legs together. Bend the knees. Pause here for a moment. Hands back to the earth, the block, the blanket. Go ahead and release one foot down onto the earth and then the other. Pause here for a moment. Nice deep breaths. Feel the belly rise and fall. Great. Go ahead and inhale the pelvis out. Let's take that blanket out and go ahead and roll it on down. And just pause here for a moment. In fact, let's walk the feet sole to sole. We'll let the knees drop to opposite sides for a moment. Arms out to the side like a T, palms facing up, and breathe. And as you breathe here, what I would ask you to do is maybe come into the spine for a moment and just notice what's going on with the spine. Right? Just noticing the curves that exist in your body that change the connection to earth based on how we're posed. It's all good. It's all kind of interesting. And so just noticing. And go ahead and bring the arms a little closer. All right. Bring the knees up to center. All right. Go ahead and take the feet apart a little bit and just pause here again. So locate your strap, your scarf, your belt, whatever it is you got handy, and go ahead and grab it. All right. We're going to start with the left leg. I think on Thursday we started with the right. We're going to start with the left. We're going to bring the strap around the ball of the foot. All right. We're going to flex the foot for a moment, and we're going to bend and straighten the leg. All right. So just bending and straightening. And then I like to create this little bounce as we come down. All right. As my heel kind of hits the booty, it bounces up. Think of it as a rubber band. All right. And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just gently hold on to this stretch. So the tendency might be to pull as hard as you can. I would say don't do that. I would say just kind of gently lean into it, right? Flex the foot, maybe take the hands, and instead of grabbing onto the strap, give your leg a little love, right? Just a little squeeze, a little appreciation. Right, sending some positive affirmation to the body. It's functioning quite well. Breathing into that. And then from here, gently allow the leg to drop out to the left. And so if it doesn't want to come all the way to the earth, again, you can grab that blanket or pillow, whatever you got lying around your block, and bring the left leg onto that. All right. And then we're going to drop that right knee out. So we're going to externally rotate the right leg slightly, and then we're going to very gently straighten that right leg. So we've just kind of changed the stretch from the left side of the body to the right. So maybe you're feeling it in that front right hip flexor. Maybe that right hand comes onto that right hip bone there, and just breathe into that. So here, if you can, You want to surrender the right leg to the earth. And my experience in this pose is I don't even know I'm not surrendered until I do surrender. And there's just this slight letting go that happens, right? Like all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I was just holding that on, right? The hips are the emotional dumping ground of the body, right? Everything that we don't want to deal with, that we've shoved down for our lives, ends up in the hips, right? And so they hold a lot. And sometimes I think letting go feels a little scary. You know, there's kind of this aspect of, oh my God, if I let go, I'm just going to fall apart. That's kind of how I felt today when I woke up. We'll inhale that left leg up. Sorry. Exhale over the body to the other side. Left arm can stay behind, and we'll just breathe in this twist. Again, head in a comfortable position, whatever that means for you. Doesn't matter. Breathing. But it's just interesting to me how different moments feel so different, right? It's kind of funny. But being in the present moment, right? Like really being in the present moment takes practice. Oh, and then once you get there, it's like, it's fabulous, right? But I don't know about you, but it doesn't always last very long, right? It takes a lot of concentration to get there. And again, I think this particular practice and the breath really helps. Inhale the left leg back up towards the sky. Take the strap off, shake that leg out a little bit, and go ahead and bring it down to the earth. And then just take a moment to notice the effect of that, right? Like, so breathing into the soup of that. How does the left leg feel? How do the hips feel? How do the buttocks feel, right? Can you feel a difference between the left side and the right side? There are no right or wrong answers. Kind of yes, no, and I don't know what you're talking about. How's the breath? How's the jaw? Go ahead and gently bend one knee and then the other, right? Bringing that right leg in, strap on the ball of the right foot. And again, we're going to start to straighten and bend the right leg. I like to keep my foot a little flexed here, and then I like to bounce as I come down. Right? Bouncing like that rubber band. There's a little ricochet thing going on. All right? And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold. Again, instead of grabbing onto the strap as hard as we can and pulling that leg, let's give the leg a little look. A little squeezing, right? Kind of feeling that connection to our body. In yoga, the hands are considered the motor organ of the heart. So I feel like when we place our hands on our body, we're kind of closing that connection, that love connection. Breathing here. And again, taking a moment to appreciate your body, appreciate the mechanics of it, the design team. Like, it's, functioning really well under stressful situations. All right, drop the right leg out to the right. All right. And then go ahead and drop that left knee out a little bit. So the left leg is slightly externally rotated, and then straighten out the left leg onto the earth. All right. Oh, so I don't know about you, but man, my left side's my tighter side. That's that relationship side, moon side, feminine side. And surrender. Can you surrender a little bit? And sometimes, the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is no. Right? Like, I can feel some emotion bubbling up right now through all of this. Today is the 4-month anniversary of my mom's passing. So through this whole, isolation, whatever, this whole, stay-at-home order thing, I've had a lot of nervous energy. But today was the first day where I woke up and I had like none. My nose was like bleh, right? Breathe. And so just, accepting where we're at, like being okay with that, knowing that this too shall pass. Go ahead and inhale that right leg up, exhale it across the body. Nothing is forever. And extend the right arm out, head in a comfortable position, breathe into this twist. And sometimes, we just have to sit with the yuckiness, right? Deep breath here. And again, I don't know about you, but I feel the correlation in my body. I can feel the lethargy in my body when I feel lethargic. I can feel the nervous energy in my body when I have that nervous energy. Go ahead and inhale that right leg up. Remove the strap, shake it out a little bit, and go ahead and release the leg down, and just breathe into this for a moment. And really, for me, the lesson is just that, like, it's okay. Whatever it is, it's okay. And if I can concentrate on the breath, and I can come into the body, and I can sort of let the emotion go, let the attachment go, right? Then I feel a little better. I have my equilibrium is more equal, right? And less that sort of up and down thing. I don't know, I feel like it's a lifelong practice, and maybe we'll get there one day. Go ahead and bend one knee and then the other, pausing here for a moment. So take the feet a little bit apart, just let that low back get a little heavy, and just breathe here for a moment. Gently bring the arms up overhead in a comfortable, sustainable position. So, for most of us, that's going to be like that cactus victory pose with the elbows slightly higher than the shoulders. All right. Again, if you've got any shoulder issues going on, bringing that blanket and just propping up that shoulder will make the breath a lot easier. All right. If those arms do not want to come down onto the earth, support them. So feet are nice and wide apart, and that low back is heavy. So let's just inhale and just round the low back for a moment. So feel that connection, like tune into the bones for a moment. Exhale, release that. Again, inhale, round that back. Exhale, release. So we're going to inhale, we're going to round the back. Now as we exhale, we're going to actually drop the knees down to the left. Let the right hip come up. Inhale through center with that back slightly rounded so the low back is connected. Exhale the knees to the right, left hip comes up. Again, inhale, round the back, connect it to the earth. Exhale down to the left. Now maybe we roll the head with the knees. Inhaling through center, rounding the back. Exhaling to the opposite side, let the head roll with the knees. Continuing this motion with your breath. All right, kindly, cautiously, slowly. Maybe beginning to notice those back hip bones as they roll through center, roll onto the opposite side. Maybe the feeling of tension comes into the feet. So as you come through center, feet are flat on the earth. As you come down to one side, you have the outside of one foot and then the inside of the other foot on the earth. We come through center, feet are flat, and then the opposite sides of the feet are on the earth. Couple more times. Nice. Next time we come down to the left, we're going to hang out here for a moment. Again, that head is turned to the left. Maybe we even lift the head up and come down onto the left ear. Gently straighten the right arm away from the body, away from center, right? Reaching above the head on the floor. So just extending the length on the right side of the body. Let the right knee get a little heavy. Let's take that left hand and bring it onto that right rib cage and just tune into the right lung for a moment. And can you feel the breath in the right lung? Can you feel that connection to your body? Nice. Soften the right elbow a little. Go ahead and lift that left arm up above the head. Bring the knees and head back to center, and let's just pause for a moment and notice what has happened. Is the breath in the right nostril more open? Does the right rib cage feel more open? Maybe the right hip? Again, no, there's no right or wrong answers. Just take a moment to notice what happened. Next time you exhale the knees to the right. Again, we roll the head to the right, maybe pick the head up, come on to the right ear. Let that left knee get heavy, straighten out the left arm. Oh, feel the stretch along the left side of the body. Taking the hand, the right hand, and placing it on the left rib cage or up onto the heart. Connecting into the breath. Deep breaths, that lovely intimate relationship between the lungs and the heart. Appreciating your body. Soften the left elbow. Bring the right arm up over the head. Go ahead, inhale, knees and head back to center. Again, pausing here. What happened? Gently bring the hands to the belly. Again, just a nice pause. Softening in the shoulders, the throat, the face. Go ahead and bring the knees into the chest, and let's just rock it out a little side to side. Okay, nice. And then we're just going to make our way up into a comfortable seated position. So I would invite you to create a little height underneath the buttocks. Depending on the kind of floor that you're on, you might want to create a little padding under the ankles. So, couple options here. Sit like this. If this is not comfortable for whatever reason, all right, maybe sitting like this, right? If this is not comfortable, sometimes taking that blanket behind the knees helps. Again, giving a little height. So Or sitting with the legs just in front of you. So again, whatever works for you, but just take a moment to find that sort of comfortable spot. Alright. And we're going to do a little rounding and arching of the back here, right? So we're going to round the back, we're going to drop the chin, drop the head, and then we're going to lift the chin, push the chest out. So the breath. I don't care. So I like to inhale as I'm rounding, and I like to exhale as I'm arching. Right? Most people will do the breath the opposite way. But for me, it's about this filling up the space between the vertebrae. And then as I exhale, I'm actually using those back muscles to compress the vertebrae and push the prana out. So, filling with prana, pushing the prana out. You decide what's best for you, alright? Couple more times. Nice. Now, next time we take it into a rounded position, we're going to circle over the hips. Again, if you're sitting on your knees, you can do the same thing. Alright, circling around. Nice. Exhaling as you come forward. Right? Inhaling as you come back. Bring the shoulders into it. Again, you can close those eyes and just feel the fluidity of your body. Sometimes we do this on hands and knees. I'm just feeling a little gentler than that today. Right? Nice. Next time you're in a rounded position, reverse that circle, going in the opposite direction. Nice, deep breath. Exhaling on the way forward. Everything's relaxed. Jaw, face. Couple more times. Beautiful. So good. Alright, gently coming back to center and just pause for a moment. So just pausing here, lifting up a little bit. Go ahead and plant the right hand on the earth. Lift the left arm up. Soften the right elbow. Right shoulder drops down. Arm comes over. And we'll just breathe into this for a moment. Get a nice deep breath. So we just kind of want to make sure the arm's not in front of the body here, right? And I love you too. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale down. Plant the left hand. Right? Inhale the right arm up. Left elbow bends, left shoulder drops. Nice, beautiful. Breathing into that. Coming back to center. All right. Fingertips on the earth, right? Just lift the spine up. Find that kind of neutral position for the head. Relax the arms, whatever that means for you. So I'm going to bring them onto my thighs, palms up, and then I'm going to drop the chin. So drop the chin. Oh, and then just rock a little side to side and just get a little heavier. Let the head get a little heavier. Usually useful to soften the belly here. All right. So again, I'm just kind of digging in here a little bit. Rocking a little side to side. And then gently just leaving the chin in center. Let the head get heavy. Some people like to interlace the fingers, bring the hands to the head, bring the elbows in, and increase the weight there. I don't know, my head feels pretty heavy today, so I'm just going to let it hang. Nice. Inhale the chin up. Nice and slow. All right? Drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Now, go ahead and tilt the head so that the chin is over the right shoulder. Now, open the eyes and try to look behind you. See if you can see your booty. You probably won't be able to, but just try. Breathing here. Gently lift the head back up to center. Next time you exhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Hanging out here for a moment. Breathe. Nice. And then gently rolling the head so that the chin is over the shoulder. Open the eyes and see if you can look behind you. Nice. Gently lift the head back up to center. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Nice, nice, nice. Inhale, center. Exhale over the left, going as far as you can. All right, push, 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 push. Again, inhale, center. Exhale over the right, going as far as you can. Push, 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 push. Inhale, center. Exhale over the left, going as far as you can. Push, 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 push. Nice. Inhale, come back to center. Last time, drop the chin to the chest. See if it goes any further. Like, is there a little heaviness now? Maybe rock the chin a little side to side. See if there's some ease in this movement that did not exist before. Bring the head back to center. Let it get a little heavier. And gently lift the head back up. And just pause here for a minute. Right. If you were sitting on the knees, bring the legs in front of you. If you have the legs crossed, go ahead and bring them in front of you. So you can either stay seated up on top of that blanket, or you can come on all the way down flat. Right? I'm going to stay seated on top of the blanket, and I'm going to give my feet something to rest on. So sitting up nice and tall from this position, and let the legs do what they will. So like mine have this external rotation. I just always want to externally rotate, right? But that's fine. Just let the legs relax a little bit, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to inhale the arms up, shoulder distance apart. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge at the waist. Maybe I'll go sideways so that you can see this. We're going to hinge at the waist and fold over. Sorry, I'm out of room. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to keep that back straight. So the tendency here is to want to round the back, right? I'd really rather you not do that. I'd really rather you just keep that back straight, okay? So that means the chest is lifted, all right? The chin is lifted, and we're pushing the belly down, right? We're hinging at the waist, pushing the belly down. Breathe into this. And know that everybody has a different level of flexibility. Like, there are some people who can fold all the way forward on their legs. I'm not one of those people. And then next time you exhale, just see if you can come down a schmidge more, just a little tiny bit. Maybe yes, maybe no. Now you can round the back, drop the head, soften the knees. Different move. Go ahead and come on. Alright, I'm going to come back to facing you guys. So, now, let's extend the right leg. Oh, I guess I'll do it opposite from you guys. Extend the right leg. Left leg comes in, and the sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh. Now we're going to point the left toes up towards the ceiling, but we're going to just, right toes. Point the right toes up towards the ceiling, but just drop that right leg out a little bit. So there's an external rotation with both legs, right? Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit. And now we're going to slightly pivot to the right. All right, so my belly button is kinda in line with my knee. Not quite. Inhale the arms up. Shoulder distance apart. Now we're going to fold over. Again, keeping the chest lifted. I'm going to try to avoid rounding the back and dropping the head. So breathing into that. Just breathe, and the hands come where the hands come. Don't worry about it. Try not to leave them hanging. That's not very comfortable. So if they're back here, that's okay. If they're down on the foot, that's okay too. Breathing here. Again, belly comes down on the exhale, just a smidge more. But face is relaxed, jaws relaxed. Nice. And now you can soften the back, soften the knee, drop the forehead, breathe. And then gently push it up. All right, nice. We're going to switch legs. So right leg comes in, left leg comes up. All right. Sole is on the inner thigh. Again, slight external rotation of the left leg. And pivot slightly over to the left. Inhale the arms up, shoulder distance apart. Exhale. Fold over. Keep the chin lifted. Breathe into this. And instead of, critiquing your flexibility, be like, wow, look at how flexible I am. That's amazing. It's all in the perception, right? Nice. On the next exhale, maybe we come down just a tad more. Now you can soften the knee, soften the back, drop the head. And then go ahead and gently push it up. We're going to take both legs apart. Not like as far as they can go, right? Just a nice distance apart. All right? So, again, my legs tend to externally rotate, so you can see my toes are facing to the side. Doesn't matter. You need to do what's most comfortable for you. Right? We're going to inhale the arms up. We're going to exhale. We're going to come forward. So again, we're going to keep the chest lifted. We're hinging at the waist. Arms come down. So everybody has a different level of flexibility. Right? What's important is that you're in your body. Right, you're doing the best you can, and you're enjoying yourself. You're breathing. Like, this has got to be okay. Make it okay for you. And again, one of the advantages to doing yoga at home is there's nobody else around, right? Nobody else to see what you're doing. So enjoy it. Really, appreciate that. I mean, I miss everybody. I wish we were all together. But we can all just sort of make the best of the situation. It's not like we have a lot of options. So finding, new creative ways and things to do. Now you can soften the back, drop the head. I was thinking in my meditation the other day, I was wondering how many, fabulous stories are going to come out of this. Like how many books and how many pieces of art and compositions of music or plays or movies, all those things that we never had time for that now we have time for. Okay, gently push it on up. Nice. Go ahead and bring the legs together. Shake them out a little bit. Let's bring the feet sole to sole. All right. Go ahead and grab onto those feet and just flutter the knees a little bit. So, again, what is your dream? What did you not have time for a month ago that you really wanted to do that maybe now you might have time for? So for me, yoga videos. Right? I've had this opportunity to do this with you guys. It's been great because I never had time to do it. Right? All right, nice. Go ahead and bring them up. All right, let's extend the legs. Do a little bit of a seated twist here. So go ahead and take that left leg and bring it over the right. All right, so sitting up nice and tall. And you'll see a lot of people will take that right leg and tuck it under, right, which you can do, and it looks really cool, right, but you want to just make sure your glutes are on the earth. But it's fine to keep that right leg extended. Like, it really doesn't matter on the twist. So you're going to take your right hand and you're going to grab that left leg. And you're going to pull in. And as we pull in, we should feel already a little bit of a stretch and a pull into that left glute, right? So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to start twisting to the left from the belly, right? So we bring that belly over first. Then the chest comes, then the shoulders, then the head, the chin, and the eyes. Let's take that left arm right behind me and push up so the back is nice and straight. Breathing into this. Nice deep breath. And then gently unwinding. Go ahead and bring that left leg over. Straighten it out. Shake the legs out a little bit. Alright, do the other side. So, right leg comes in. Alright, sitting up nice and tall. Using the left arm to go ahead and grab that leg. Alright, nice and tall. Twisting over to the right. Again, starting with the belly. Then the ribs go. Then the chest, shoulders, head's last thing to go. Push up. Push that right arm into the earth. Right, sitting up nice and tall, breathing into this. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, gently unwind. Go ahead and extend the legs, shake them out a little bit. Shake them out. Okay, so we're going to come back down onto our backs. I want you to take a moment, though, to find your extra towel, blanket, whatever it is that you have, all right? And what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to roll it up. We're going to fold it up to give some height lengthwise. We're going to bring it under the spine. So you want to roll it up kind of like this, fold it up like this. So you've got maybe an inch or two, right, and a nice long piece of blanket. And bring it into the center of your mat. If you have an extra blanket, towel, go ahead and take that, roll that up a little bit more loosely, and we're going to bring the feet sole to sole and tuck that blanket underneath the ankles. All right? And we're going to come down onto this little bolster that we created. Now, if you don't have the extra blanket, you can just bring the feet sole to sole, or you can leave the legs straight. All right? Whatever works for you, I want you to be comfortable. Again, if you've got that pillow that you want underneath your head, you can go ahead and grab that as well. But we're going to come down onto the bolster. And take a moment to find what works best for you. So I like having my glutes on the earth in this particular pose. But some people like bringing that blanket underneath the glutes and laying all the way down on it, right? Again, I'm not attached to what you're doing. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be able to open up the chest, open up the back. If you're not comfortable, you're not breathing, and you're just thinking about that discomfort, right? That sympathetic nervous system is activated and it's hard to relax. So take a moment to find what works best for you. All right, and we're going to come into the breath. If you have lights on, now might be an appropriate time to dim those lights. All right. Palms are up. We're going to come back into that deep diaphragmatic breathing we had at the beginning of class. So take a moment to get there. Like, give yourself time, permission to get there. Belly as you start to do this and you come back into that breathing, eyes are closed, and just know if it's different than when you first laid down tonight, right? If there's a difference. Can you feel a little more open in the body? Do you feel like that energy flowing a little freer? And remember, the answers are yes, no, and I don't know. Like, there is no right or wrong answer, but maybe there's a discernible difference. Maybe that reading at the beginning of class about being in this present moment feels a little more comfortable. It does for me. And allowing the body to get heavy. So maybe rock the head a little side to side. Just release any grip that might exist there. And then gently bringing the head back to center and finding that comfortable spot. So perhaps the chin is slightly tucked, like you decide. Let the jaw get heavy. The mouth, the tongue, the lips, the cheeks, relax. The back of the neck and the throat is relaxed. Right? That fifth chakra, the bridge between the head and the heart, is a clear, open channel. Collar bones are wide. Shoulders pour from the body, arms are heavy. Wrists, hands, fingers relax. Allow the shoulder blades to soften. Feel the spine connected to the earth. Relaxed, release. Imagine the rib basket just hugging your internal organs, keeping them safe, protected. Belly's relaxed. The lower back and the waist are relaxed. Buttocks. Hips, pelvic floor is relaxed. And then just very gently straighten the legs on the earth. And let the legs get heavy. The ankles, the feet, relax. So that the entire body is completely at peace and relaxed. And imagine that you're sitting on the beach. You're sitting on the beach, overlooking the ocean, the tropical island in the middle of the ocean. And there's this beautiful, dense jungle behind you. And the sand has conspired to make your body comfortable so that as you sit here, you can feel the energy being pulled up from the base of your body. And the warmth up through that first chakra, up through the spine. The sun is shining down on the crown of your head. And there's a little breeze off the ocean. Imagine you can smell and taste the salt air. And just tuning into the rhythm of the ocean, right? As you gaze out over the ocean, the waves are rolling in, gently crashing against the shore, bringing up a little spray of seawater, and as the ocean, as the wave recedes, you just watch it roll out, and then it comes back up.
this rhythm, as you tune into this rhythm, right, of the ocean, imagine as the wave rolls up on the shore, it brings a sense of peace, compassion, contentment. And as it rolls out, it takes away any uncertainty, discontent, fear. And it just happens again, right? It rolls up onto the shore, and it brings a sense of peace, compassion, contentment. And as it rolls out, it takes away any fear, discontent, uncertainty. And as this happens over and over, you begin to lose the sense of self. You start to tune into just the breath, just the moment, right here, right now. Feeling whole, perfect and complete, feeling content. And just taking a moment to dig a little deep and think about what it is, you'd like to do with some of this time that you have. How can you embrace the situation that we find ourselves in and contribute to your well-being and the well-being of others? What can we do for each other, for ourselves, for our community, to help? And it doesn't have to be big, right? It can be something really small. Sometimes saying nothing at all is the kindest thing we can do. And just knowing, like right now in this moment, you are connected to everything. Everything is connected to you. That the breath of our planet, that the ocean, that gentle rolling of the waves, it's a part of a rhythm, like a bigger rhythm on our planet, just like your breath is part of a bigger rhythm. So just, if you've got the blanket around the feet, just very gently pushing that off so that you can extend the legs completely. Wiggling the fingers and toes a little bit. Breathing a little deeply. Starting to come back into this moment, this time, this place. Feeling the body against the earth. Breathing a little deeper. And when you're ready, let's roll over onto the left side. So that's the cool side, the moon side, the feminine side. And as you roll over onto the left side of the body, bend the knees, hug this feeling to you for a moment longer. know that you've done something good for yourself, you've done something good for the planet. We have the ability to project peace out into the world, one breath at a time. And then you can use that right hand to just gently push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And as we, come together for the final few moments of class, coming back into that reading that we had at the beginning of class and thinking about, staying in this moment, staying present, not afraid of the future, not regretting the past, like being here now. And again, maybe embracing the situation we find ourselves in, whatever it is, whether you're, going out there into the world right now and working and being a support person, or, you're sheltering in place, whatever it is, but maybe, just finding a way of embracing that and doing the best you can, which is frankly what we're all doing. So, and take a moment to allow the palms to find each other in front of the heart center and bow the head in gratitude and humility. And just, I want you to know that I'm so grateful for you, for being here and sharing this practice, taking your time out of your day to do this. And as we bow our heads in gratitude and grace, maybe in saying out loud, since we're all at home alone, 3 things that you're grateful for. Can you name 3 things? And then if you care to, you can join me in a single Om. We lift the chin so that it's parallel to the earth. We take a nice deep breath in. Namaste. I thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.